right.
Yeah, you really can't defend that point. Welcome to another episode of Baker Bros Show with your hosts Ryan and Zach Baker. What's up, Zach? How's it going?
Hey, what's going on?
I have a question for you.
Okay.
I have two questions for you, not related. I think let's start with the first one. I was talking to a buddy at work and it brought up a good point. Something I've never thought about. I guess this was in the Dream Team documentary or something about basketball NBA. And he was talking about how John Stockton was so unrecognized walking around when they were doing the Olympics and all that shit, that he was so unbothered by the crowd. He was able to just be so incognito because he's not a prototypical looking fucking NBA player. He's not fucking 7 foot tall.
Yeah, maybe
you know
all time.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting to think that, like, A, this dude is a Hall of Famer.
He's a bad man.
And B, looks nothing like he would be like a professional basketball player.
He looks like a teacher.
He looks like the manager at a Kroger.
Yeah, I can see that as well.
We don't have any Krogers. I don't know why I said that.
It's
Safeway.
oddly specific.
Safeway.
Tomato, right?
Yeah, it's all the same. It's all owned by the same company. Fucking monopolies, sons of bitches. God damn it. What was I? Oh yeah, John Stockton. I never thought about that. You're walking around fucking, and you're Dwight Howard, you're Shaq, even Dirk Nowitzki. I think the height has something to do with it.
Oh, so you think that's more of a size thing than it is like a...
No, I think it's also a race thing. I think your prototypical NBA player is obviously going to be a fucking African American dude, straight up. It's just black dude.
Yeah, more often than not.
But however, it also has a height thing to it because wasn't a huge dude. I think when you know that NBA players are around somewhere, you're gonna look at a tall dude and go, "Oh yeah, it's him, right?"
Sure.
So John Stockton's just walking past you with his family, and has free range of everything, not getting mugged by people for autographs and photos and shit like that. Like he had the best of both worlds in that scenario.
Yeah.
I'm making the money. I'm playing the game. I am a star of the game. No, I can go out to dinner with my family. No fucking problem.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what. I'd probably, if I was just walking in a crowd, I would probably I'd overlook him, for sure. Compared to a lot of other stars.
I think you can with a lot of people unless they're so immediately recognizable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That they're a big enough star. I've walked right past George Contos.
Oh, really?
When I stayed in
Arizona?
San Francisco for my birthday. Remember you got the room where you worked at. What was that?
There's Hotel Zeta.
Yeah. That next morning we walked out to breakfast in front of now Oracle Park and walked right past me.
Looked
right. It took me about 30 yards to turn around and go, oh, that was fucking George Contos. But yeah, it's an interesting thing to think about because you don't always you think all these people are so massively famous that they can't go anywhere, but that's not always the case.
Well, for me, like, I would never blow up a celebrity spot. I would love to shoot a head nod or shake a hand or show my appreciation, but like, I'm not gonna run up and like throw my camera in somebody's fucking face.
Yeah.
I don't want a bunch of autographs. Like, people don't know how to behave when they see a celebrity, and the shit is fucking.
Treat them like an object.
It's so goofy, like watching people do that. They're still people, and while it does come with the territory as a superstar in whatever category, they're still human beings and still deserve a semblance of personal space and respect.
Right. Yeah. It's always the case. Like you be cool like with them, and then hopefully they'll be cool with you. You know what I mean? But you can't get like people get hella like. Tight when celebrities are like, hey, I'm with my family, not right now. And then, tabloids or people in general on Instagram or social media or just tear them apart.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, don't just okay. Yep. Okay. Have a great day. Move on. They owe you nothing.
I was with an ex at Disneyland many moons ago, and we saw Terry Crews, and he's with his family. He's walking around, and it was like people were gravitating around him. They were like literally as his family would walk, it was just a circle that
A
was
crowd
just
of people.
like, you know, when ants follow each other in
Yeah.
a circle of death or whatever. It's like they were doing that, and then people were trying to like run up and take pictures. He's like, no, I'm sorry, with my family, I'm trying to enjoy my. It's like
Animals.
get the fucking picture.
And what is that? And what is that fucking giving you? Oh, I got a picture with Terry. Oh, and then a
Cool.
moment of coolness, and then
Cool.
nothing.
Yeah, I don't ever want to see it on your phone. Don't ever show me.
Do you think you're now best friends with Terry? Do you think you are now Terry Crews? Nobody gives a fuck about you.
You see what I'm saying?
Just show people a picture of Terry Crews. It's the same thing.
I think
it has
if
the
you
same
were,
effect.
yeah, I think if you were walking by and we're just like, "Yo, Terry," you know what I'm saying? Like they throw you the peace sign or whatever and do it moving.
Yeah.
Like that's it. That's it.
It's funny you say that. I've been watching a lot of clips from is it Bad Friends? Andrew Centino and Bobby Lee.
Yeah.
Their podcast is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
But they were talking about going out to dinner. I think it was them. I'm pretty sure. And they're talking about people coming up during the meal and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And they were just kind of stating, like, what's really cool. He's like, what's really cool. Again, I'm pretty sure it was them. Anyways, he was like, what's really cool is not when people come up to me, but when, like, I'll look over and somebody kind of just gives me the what's up head nod and just, like, shakes their head like, yeah. He's like, that's the cool one. That's the cool fucking move. Because it's like, you're not invading people's personal space when they're eating and they're with their family. But also, you're letting me know I'm a fan, dude. And it's just a simple, quick thing. Then the flip side, if you catch a celebrity by themselves and it's an appropriate time to say, "Oh, you're going up in the elevator to get together," and go, "Hey, you are awesome, a huge fan. Is it okay? Would it be okay? Is it an okay time for that?" And it's a yes or no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then move on with your day. So people get hella tight about fucking other human beings not giving them the time of day. They owe you nothing.
You completely agree. And a lot of celebrities, I think, for the most part, have been pretty cool historically. And there's a lot of celebrities that will stop and take pictures with you or sign something for you. The whole autograph thing is kind of whack. And maybe outside of a sports celebrity for the most part. But even then, like, I'm not going to carry around a fucking Sharpie in somebody's headshot.
Who the fuck is...
Or
okay.
sign this receipt. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So I'm going to throw out some people. I'm going to throw out some names, and you're going to give me a yes or no. Do you ask for an autograph? Mm-hmm. Okay. Nancy Pelosi.
No. Unless it's
George Washington.
A court document stating that she can stop insider trading would be great.
That would be great.
George Washington for sure. Absolutely.
Let's say that one names from real people. Dwayne Johnson, The Rock.
No,
an autograph.
No. Not for me personally. I'm just going to say this as a personal. Are we saying that is this a general? Anyone would go get an autograph, or are you saying me personally?
This is you personally.
No.
Are you asking that person for an autograph?
No.
Okay. Well, let's do it like this.
Yeah.
Who would you?
To be honest, I don't. For me, an autograph never really made sense at all. Right.
Okay.
Right. So maybe a picture would be cool, and I think a picture would be cool with. We kind of talked about this last week. People on the Stairs would have been a cool one.
Yeah.
Nas for sure would have been a cool one.
Yeah.
Maybe Cam Newton just because of the legacy there.
Yeah.
Steve Smith. I'm looking at like.
Okay.
Yeah.
So so it comes down to very personal sports figures in your life who you've always been a fan of, which makes sense. That's perfectly, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think, but that comes I think that comes along with memorabilia. You have something in your hand for that sports, a baseball,
say, hey, I
a
had this
football.
moment.
So it's a piece of memorabilia for you to have. I think the first name that popped in my head was Michael Jordan.
That would be a big one. Yeah.
I think that's Michael Jordan type, larger than life, international type person.
Superstar.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Larger than life.
Yeah.
Some people will disagree with that, and I get that.
No, I love Arnold.
You know what? He's from our childhood. We don't know. I don't fucking know this person personally. He could be a piece of shit, and has proven to be a piece of shit in the past and probably currently.
Technically, he
cheated on his wife, had a kid out of
his
marriage, outside of his marriage.
Wedlock.
was grabbing women while he was the governor of California.
Wait, is that
we've
true?
we've all heard this. You didn't hear that?
He's grabbing women.
Yeah,
What?
grabbing them by the
pussies?
titties. No, by the titties. He's not a monster. Come on.
He has respect.
He has respect. Titties only. Titties only. Titties only.
Good Lord.
What else are they for? Jesus.
They built for speed or they built for comfort?
Okay, yeah. So my buddy said that at work about the John Stockton thing. I never thought about that.
Mm-hmm.
A second question for you
Mm-hmm.
popped in my head the other day. I'm going to ask this question to you real quick, and then we'll get into the specifics. Our childhood bedroom. Boom. Which one is it? What do you think of? What popped in your head?
The first one that popped into my head. Ooh, well, it would kind of. Okay, it's a two-parter. Okay, the first one, ironically, was when I was in high school. So that's Oregon Street.
Oregon Street, yeah.
So oddly enough, just because it was first, but the most iconic and the most memories I think I have, sixth grade at Kidder also stands out. In
Those are the
bedrooms.
two, yeah.
Yeah, over our own bedrooms at Dad's.
Correct.
Ironically enough.
Yeah. That is the stock image in my head is Oregon Street for sure.
Yeah.
The bunk beds,
Yeah. This is
the
first thing
toys,
I
the
thought
closet.
about. Yeah.
I wish we could just walk through it like an AI generated fucking with VR on our old room and look at it how it was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know the pictures I sent you of the cartoon-esque drawn of kids from the 80s or 90s, and it's a messy room. There's video games
Oh my God.
all over the place,
Yes,
and
dude.
there's posters of the era. And
Yes.
it's movies,
Ninja
and
Turtles, Power
etc.
Rangers,
yeah, it's all the
everything.
stuff. So it's so nostalgic. It's so nostalgic, and you could see that other people had very similar upbringings or backgrounds, which is obvious to say, but
It lets you know we all had a similar things that we were into and playing with as kids, memories. All those pictures because there's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of different versions of them, but it's all the same nostalgic 90s kids bedroom with Super Nintendo, Duck Hunt, fucking wrestling, anything and everything you can think of from that era. Definitely seen one with My Pet Monster in the background.
Yeah, that one might be my favorite one, but it might be. I think that one's from the 80s, obviously, because Pet Monster is from the 80s.
This is definitely. I don't think I've seen, because you see people build man caves to certain specs that they want, that certain style, but I haven't seen anybody do a true throwback to their childhood bedroom. That would be fucking cool.
Yeah, I mean, if you see some of these gamer kids, they're pretty close to it.
Yeah.
They have a lot of stuff like that. But yeah, I hear what you mean. I think you outgrow these things, so it's not very maybe becoming or.
Well, yeah, it doesn't have to be more of
or
a
mature,
memorabilia setup.
But I know what you're
know what I
saying.
mean?
Yeah, it would still be a cool replication, and still have it be modern and adult, but with the theme of.
It depends. Some people are more of a collector and still can have action figure, which I have. I'm not hating on or talking shit at all. But Frankie on the Basement Yard, he talks about it all the time. He collects. He fucking buys Megazords still all the time.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
That's
so
funny.
it's clearly collectors are gonna probably have a cooler or easier time settings. A style of room up that would be your childhood room, have toys out and shit like that. I just personally can't have. I'm not huge into collecting. If it would be anything, it would be more of a card. I'd be a card collector, I think.
Maybe.
But yeah, I'm not. I can't have toys on fucking shelves and shit like that.
And again, nothing wrong with that. People are going to do what they want, but I'm such a minimalist. I want.
I'm becoming that.
Want as little.
I want nothing in my
possessions.
house.
Yeah,
dog.
seriously, I'm not.
I want one thing for everything. I want one chair. I want one sofa. I want a recliner. I don't even want a couch.
I'm not a fucking psychopath, but
I want one spoon, one fork, one pan.
what is that?
One knife.
The accountant.
What is
The
that?
accountant
No.
With Ben.
Is he OCD or something?
Affleck. Yeah, no, he's he's Asperger's or some shit, and he's an assassin. He doesn't have Asperger's, but no, he's got like some form of autism. No, he doesn't have autism. No, but he like literally when I've never seen the movie. I know it's always existed. I think it was on. I've watched just the opening scene, and he's like, I think it starts with him. He's doing target practice. Then he goes inside, and then he has one fork in a drawer, and he pulls that out, and it's like he makes his meal.
Is the drawer empty, or does it have a silverware holder with just one fork in it?
I think it might. I can't remember. I can't speak to it, but it's like one knife, one fork, one spoon. And he's very meticulous in everything that he does. And then he sits down to eat his Hungry Man. I'm kidding. I don't know what it is.
Hungry Man. But it doesn't have different sections in the tray. It's all just one big tray of like just
Salisbury steak.
One big ass piece of Salisbury steak and nothing else.
Nuked.
Yeah.
And then that fucking.
It's not a Hungry Man. It's a Hungry Ben.
Remember Kid Cuisine?
Kid Cuisine.
Hungry Ben. Yeah, I get it. Kid Cuisine, yeah, with
the penguin.
The penguin on it.
Oh my god!
With
the blue box
and the corn. Yeah, and the corn and chicken nuggets.
The brownie,
and maybe his mashed potatoes.
The molten lava hot fuck. Okay, first of all, you would cook these things. Nothing else in the tray would cook.
Yes.
It's like the heat from the brownie would then cook everything else in the tray because nothing else got hot.
Yeah, the brownie would become a fucking brick, but everything else would be frozen still. I don't know how that works.
They didn't do any research on those. I think.
They did.
They were just like, hey, put it in these holes and fucking nuke it. And they're like, well, that doesn't work. And they're like, oh, well, we didn't test this. Just fucking eat it.
It's all. How long do you have to microwave it for? It's like 45 minutes.
Well, we got the plastic to stop melting, so we stopped there. It stopped smoking. So,
man, the TV dinner. What an American concept. What an American thing.
It was a pretty big deal. I remember it was all over TV there, or whatever. It was the advertising of it was, save so much time. Eat this fucking garbage meal instead of cooking something decent for yourself. Yes. People are so quick to bypass quality for a lack of patience.
Yeah, I agree. I think they also wanted you in front of the TV more.
Oh, 100%.
Because if you're spending time cooking or you're sitting
down
at the
screens in front of your face at every fucking turn.
The TV stands would come out, or the TV stands would come, or not TV stands. What are those?
TV.
Are they TV dinner stands?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever the fuck they call. Anyways, and you sit down in front of the TV. You got your nuked meal. It's like the scene from Matilda. The parents are always.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Eating TV dinners and watching. I never knew he directed, produced that.
He did.
DeVito, yeah.
He also took care of her.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
Because her mom had cancer or something like that?
Danny DeVito's a saint.
I love him so
You know
much.
who else is dope as fuck? Is somebody else is dope as fuck. You hear about people with the means to do good and doing good sometimes, and it makes you feel. You want to play good, you do good. I think we play pretty good tonight. It makes you feel good when you see people who have the means to do good actually doing good.
I'm always torn between.
Do they
have a responsibility or
right?
What would you say?
Good PR is
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a social responsibility or do you not? Number one, you probably don't, because it is something you've earned. That being said, think about the power you have to literally change people's lives. You could literally save human beings.
Exactly.
And I don't know if there's any greater thing that you could accomplish in your lifetime. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, unless you're saving murderers.
Why would you do that?
You don't know.
You don't know what?
You don't know if they're murderers. What if somebody needs help and you're saving these people, and then you save 20 murderers and they kill 100 people? You fucked up. You fucked up, bud. Maybe, you know what? It's not God's plan. You know what I mean?
So, no, you do hit on something, because there are people that are have shady cases and are in prison for 20 years, and then it turns out they didn't do it because of poor police work or.
And that, you know what I never thought about until this moment is the moment that person's pronounced innocent and they're set free. It's like, well, the other person's still out there.
We're sorry. Fucking time. Here's $2.5 million for inconveniencing you for 20 years of your life.
What's the most amount of money you'll take for the least amount of
Or most amount of time for the least amount of
Or
money?
for the least amount of money.
Oh boy.
How much time would you do for $100,000?
Not much. I'm gonna tell you, not much. 6 weeks.
That's it?
Yeah, for 100 grand. No way. I'm not gonna give up a year for 100 grand.
No, that would be okay. First of all,
I might give up a year.
you give up
for
a year.
$1
You
million.
give up a year of your life for
$1 million.
working, and it doesn't equal out to exact. You know what I mean? You have free time still, so I don't know, man.
Nah, but you're still in the conditions. I think you have to make it
6 months.
for 100 grand.
No, for what would be the minimal number for 6 months?
100 grand a month, probably 600K. That's
You're-
probably where I'm saying it.
Ridiculous.
No, I'm being dead serious because you have if you're gonna play the scenario, you have to be in prison. You have to be in general population. You're a fucking target. I would be dead.
No,
You'd
because
be dead,
that's
for
going
sure.
too far. That's going too far.
No, you have to put yourself in a real predicament. You can't just go, oh, you're locked up. You know, it's the Goonies jail. and
No,
you're
you
going to
can't
lunch. Hey,
put
turkey,
yourself in a real predicament.
what's going on down there?
You can't put yourself in a real predicament because you're getting paid for it. That's not a real predicament. Nobody gets paid to go into jail.
Yeah, but the consequence. So, what we have to weigh the level of consequence too, right?
Nah,
Then your
just the benefit.
scenarios. moot.
It's a hypothetical, only beneficial hypothetical.
Yes, I'm saying $600,000, $100,000 a month for 6 months.
I
This
would
is
do
my minimum.
50 grand. I would do half that.
There's no way.
Easy
dude.
peasy.
No way.
Easy peasy.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, 50 grand a month.
It's no.
Yeah,
I do $1 million for a year.
that's not worth it.
Yes.
Nah, because then you're trapped in there for a year.
Yeah.
and
but
then you get out, and then you're like, I can't
A
take
million.
this, and then you don't, and you get out, and you don't get the money if you don't do the whole time.
no, I do it. No problem.
Could you imagine hitting that 6 month mark
I just
and go,
work out.
fuck, I got to do 6 more months?
No,
of this shit?
I would be like juiced, getting juiced. Because the first thing I'm gonna do, go to Vegas.
You can't work out. Everything you want to do, you can't do it.
I'll read a lot. I'll
You
get
can't
really
do
smart.
that. No books. So how about this solitary confinement? Nothing. Nothing to read. Nobody speaks to you. No other sounds are made. You don't see another human. Doors open, and you
Yeah.
have to get through into the next door, or they'll close, and you won't get your food. And then you don't get through the next door, and you won't get out to rec. You don't get back inside if you don't get back through the door when it opens for rec, and sleep inside for the night. Like it's a wholly automated prison for one fucking person. That's a good fucking movie, dog.
It sounds pretty cool.
Let's call it
Chambers.
Let's call it of secrets. let's call it
Jailhouse
let's call
Rock
it judicial.
punishment.
Let's call it
Lockdown.
reckless abandonment.
All your names are terrible. I think all mine were pretty good.
Let's call it 00
Don't make me say it.
don't you dare. 007 and a half.
None of those made sense on
It's-
context.
Yeah, no,
Have
no.
you seen
no.
The Cube? I think it's called
Yes,
The Cube.
that's old.
Yeah, I think it's from the 90s where they have to navigate this trapped prison.
It's
that's
like an
ever-changing.
alien. It's aliens.
I think was it Aliens?
Yeah, because there's like 2 or 3 more movies that they made. There's Cube 2,
Yeah.
Cube Squared,
Cube Prime. No, but
Circle.
no, but great concept. I think you're kind of hitting on it similar. But yeah, back to what we're saying. Like, no, if it's complete isolation with no contact of anything and nothing to do, man, it's got to be gargantuan amount of money. I
Yeah.
would say 10 to 20. I need to be able to, when I get out of there, get therapy, and then go on a vacation and fuck for 6 months.
Just a 6-month fuck fest.
I'm serious. I go
Have you ever
almost
have
said
you ever
something inappropriate,
had
but-
sex so much
in one period.
in one
of time.
period of time?
You know, the ice your balls.
You ever cut a fart in a girl's face when you're doing it? Anyways, how do we get here?
John Stockton. So John
No,
Stockton.
we were talking about our childhood bedrooms. So there he was, John Stockton, in my childhood bedroom.
What? No, that was Carl,
It was a
Carl,
fathead.
Carl Malone.
It was a fathead. Carl, leave me alone. Piece of shit.
Was he fucking underage girls too?
He was. He's a, I think, 13-year-old. They said.
I don't get this. I understand that young women can be attractive. Now hear me out.
Whoa.
I'm not saying
Whoa.
I'm not saying
whoa.
of that age group. What I'm saying is of age. We understand that there is a primal need for men and young women. We get that. There is no need in my mind in any way, shape, or form of having any type of relation with a child. Dead air. You're gonna have to edit this
You're
out.
just supposed to keep fucking talking, you dumbass piece of shit.
I was
That's
at
how
the-
bad you are.
I was at
this.
the end of
That's how
my,
bad he is
my
at
sentence.
this. My cat's fucking being an idiot. Anyways,
You have to cut that out.
no, we're not cutting. I'm not editing anything out. So if you say something, it's in it.
I'm gonna say it.
I don't fucking care. It's staying in now.
I don't care. You broke your elbow.
I'm gonna say it.
Do you remember that? Remember Vine? That was
What the
shit.
fuck? I missed mine. I don't like social media. I was never really big on it, so I forced myself to do it over the last couple of weeks. Well, I took on IG. Been on IG, but I don't really give a fuck about it.
To be honest, I never had Vine. All I did was watch compilations on YouTube. And
Right.
People were funny as shit, dude.
Yeah, Vine was the shit, dude.
It's crazy to me how people could just be naturally that funny and then come up with content on a daily or weekly basis. If you gave me 6 months and a Vine application, I would have no followers.
No,
I would be so doomed.
There, you could. You think of the things. You can think of the things that they do on there. It's just execution. It's actually getting up and doing that shit all day, every day. That's just what it comes down to. Like some of the podcasters that I listened to were Vine stars back in the day, and they, talk about the just getting hit up to do an ad for like Skittles or some shit like that. You know what I mean? And getting like $4,000 or some shit like that.
Man, I wish.
Dumb.
I
Just
wish.
that easy. You know what I mean? Just
I
got to
wish.
do a fucking, an ad spot for Skittles, and then you get fucking cashed out one
I
time.
want so much cash.
That we don't get paid for shit, but if this does start, making money and stuff, we'll have to start doing like taxes on it and stuff.
Yeah,
You know
we'll
what I
have to
mean?
start charging people for their ears because I'm not doing this shit for free.
Well, we'll get like a Patreon started eventually,
Yeah,
but
and I'm talking like $60 a subscription.
nobody's gonna pay that.
64.
Nobody. We're gonna have
53.
a $5 maximum limit.
Come on, dude. I can't live on that.
You're not gonna. First of all, you said you don't want to get paid, so you're not getting any of it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
So
Just
you
give me
fucked up
some
big
like
time.
interests or free swag if you get like T-shirts or tote bags, gum.
I'll
love gum.
save all the
Everyone
napkins
loves-
that we get from takeout and give those to you.
Deal.
Sick. What else? Word guess.
Philanthropy.
God damn it, Jesus Christ. Nope. I'll give you one more chance.
Okay.
Word guess, go.
Eggs.
Nah,
Okay.
it was chestnut.
How would I ever know?
It's word guess. That's the fucking point.
I guessed twice,
Oh my god.
and it was incorrect.
You're never gonna get this right.
Maybe eventually.
Unbelievable. What else? What else do we got on the docket for today?
Well, that's it.
That's not it.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were done for the day.
You're
All right. Catch you guys later. Tune in next week, and we'll see you on the flippity flip.
oh my god. No. We're not
We're still going.
yeah, we're not done yet.
Oh, okay.
The fuck?
So John Stockton, was he from Stockton?
They named the city after him.
I'm pretty sure Stockton was there way before
No.
John Stockton.
Nope.
I think it was after like a Navy captain or something.
The year
like
was
that.
1975.
That's not even that far ago.
People were driving through an empty area that became Stockton, and they would see this kid just standing there every day.
Johnny Stockton.
Young Johnny Stockton. And they said, you know what? This kid's going to be something one day. And so he became a very big MLB star, I believe, and then became the home run king. Got the most home run hits of all time.
Isn't that Robbie Scatman?
Nope, he wishes. And then after the fact, he came back and built a whole city called Stockton, I believe.
Stockton, California is an interesting place.
You go there.
I go there pretty often. I have a significant other who is from the great city of Stockton. I've also went partying in Stockton from time to time. I will say that every time I've gone to Stockton, there's always a fight at these places. It's guaranteed. And I remember one time me and Peter were at this little bar, and he turns to me and goes, he turns to me and goes, oh man, this place is kind of cracking. And this little Asian dude is walking by, and Peter's Asian by the way, but this little Asian dude's walking by. He's got his hat all down low above his eyes. He goes, "The fuck you say?" And I was like, "Nah, man, that's cool." He was talking to me, so me and Peter just kind of continued on drinking and talking. He's all standing there. He's all, "No, the fuck you say?" And me and Peter look at each other, and I'm not kidding. We had to look back down to look at him because he's looking up at us. This little 4-foot whatever. And he's like blackout drunk, flexing on us, and then his girlfriend's smacking him in the face, trying to pull him away. And me and Peter are just like, bro, we would stomp you the fuck out right now. And we're not tough guys or strong guys or anything like that, but you're inebriated, and it's two of us. You're way out of your league, bro. And I talk about that with Peter all the time. And it's funny because even from his perception, he sees it in the same way. Is he says something to me, I answer back. This guy flexes. I tell him, no, it's cool. He was talking to me, and then he keeps flexing, and me and Peter look at each other dumbfounded because we know what's gonna happen if he keeps talking shit. And it's one of my favorite memories of the city of Stockton.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been inside city limits
Yes, you
of
have.
Stockton.
Yeah, you've been, because we have family in Stockton. We have dad's side.
Oh, family reunion.
I don't know if that was in Stockton, but we have been to Stockton
It
together.
feels like it was in fucking Colorado. Jesus
I
Christ,
remember
that
that
drive.
reunion. Yeah.
That fucking drive to Colorado.
It wasn't to Colorado though.
Fucking felt like it. Past a bunch of Rocky Mountains.
It was kind of cool to see, like the Baker side.
I don't know. No
We
one
never see
remember
anybody,
any
though.
of those people.
I don't know. That's just a white people thing. I'm sure
Our
white
family
families
sucks on
close, yeah,
like
but,
keeping up with each other
Yeah.
on both sides.
Yeah.
We don't have family get together. I mean, we would at Mike's house.
A few of our uncles, yeah.
Yeah. Mike and used to be Merle's occasionally, and then
Yeah, it was
Mike and Mark's mainly.
Yeah, Mike and Mark's.
Mike, Mark, Murdy, Merle, Mergen, Matadon, Murford, Maracaruth,
I always think it's corny when people name their kids.
Kelly, Candy, Corny, Kathy, Catherine, Cooter.
Better not be naming your kid Cooter. It's like a terrible name.
Somebody fucking named their kid Miller Lite.
Seriously?
I think it's fucking Matthew McConaughey.
No, there's no way.
Google it right now, dog. Google it.
it.
I'm pretty sure. People get away with naming their kids the dumbest shit, dog. Celebrities are tripping.
I almost think it's violence towards your kid because your kid's going to go to school and they're going to get made fun of. You're putting them in a bad position.
Yeah, well, it's a freedom thing though. You can name your kid whatever you want.
No, you're trying to be way out of like the social construct and norm.
If you name your kid fucking
Apple,
Dildo,
there's some ridiculous names out there. You see what Elon Musk's kid's name, the CRX 42, and then it's pronounced.
SI.
Yeah, it's pronounced Sean or something like that. So what the fuck, dude?
My name is spelled this way, but identifies as being spelled this way.
See, just as we touched earlier on the whole celebrity thing about respecting them and giving their space, and I'm all for that. They can also be pompous, absolute fucking
And demand
nightmares.
They
so out of touch with reality.
they will overstep their own space to the point where it's like they'll come walking through a crowd of people who are all waiting for the same thing, but due to their privilege of their wealth and fame, they get to bypass everything, and it's like have you seen that video of Jay-Z and Beyonce walking like toward the Louvre
Mm-mm.
in Paris or France or wherever it is, and this guy, like these security people, like kind of like are making way of walking across towards it, and this guy is videotaping, and he goes, "Who are you?" You know, in his French accent, like, "Why are you guys getting to like walk through here like that?" And Jay-Z is like, "Who am I? Who are you?" You know what I mean? Like, you know what? Like, and he goes, "I am Paul." I am Paul.
Is this a real video?
This is real, dog.
You're gonna have to show me this.
Oh, it's hella funny. So it's
Jay-Z
like,
was like, "Oh shit, it's Paul."
it's Paul, dog. Should have known.
I'm Paul.
Neither. So I would never want to walk around like that. There's certain places that are cool to get good service at and kind of be taken into the background and be like treated well, like going to somebody you know who owns a restaurant or runs a restaurant or something like that, and them taking care of you is really fun. It's cool to do that for your friends and shit like that, and it's cool to have those experiences occasionally. But if I was like rich and famous, I would never constantly want that. I'd always pay my way. I would never want special treatment. Only in certain situations where I know I'm not getting fucking bumped to the front of a line and passing people by and shit like that. Like, you see videos of like Joe Rogan, he's like out after they do all their comedy shows at his new comedy club, and he'll go to like one of their buddies. It doesn't have to be him specifically. I know some people don't like Joe Rogan, whatever. Anybody famous who has, or anybody who has a friend who owns a restaurant, you can go, "Oh, I'm fucking..." They'll go out at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, open up his burger shop and make burgers. Or, "Oh, I own a pizza shop. I'll go, let's go." You know what I mean? It's cool to have friends or to have a scenario where that can happen for you, being rich or famous or not. But I would never want to live like that in every way, everywhere I go. Front of line, everybody watching me cut, getting special treatment. I'm not for it. Not for it at all.
Yeah, like I think what happens is when you're jettisoned into a position of wealth and stardom, your access, and I use this term all the time, it's access. You have access to resources, you have access to the world in a whole nother way that most common people will never understand. You're never told no for the most part, you know? And when your life, when bills melt away, when worry for the most part melts away, if you have your health, you know, you're secure, you have all the toys in the world, whoever you search for in a partner, maybe it's, I don't know, like you have all the admiration from women. Like, when you have this type of access, you're never told no. I imagine that type of power that sets in
Corrupts.
and when you know that you have it, it becomes just a daily life of like, who's next?
It is sort of
Or
a
who's in the way.
superpower that you can use at will.
Absolutely.
And I guess that does make sense that celebrities kind of will go all out to maintain their status because it is a superpower that they're losing.
Why the fuck would anyone want a lesser life in many ways? And I understand that, yes, there's a lot of cons, if you will, right? Like, again, we just talked about, you know, always your privacy being
private
invaded.
space,
You
personal
have to
space.
you have to carry around a security team. You can't just go anywhere. You got to be protective of your image and so on and so forth. But like, why would anyone not want some semblance of that lifestyle?
Yeah.
You know, all the perks is ultimately what I'm pointing at, right?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with having lots of women and money and nice homes, nice cars. Like, you know, again, these are all, albeit very materialistic things and you know, shallow, but, you know, they're fun.
Yeah.
I could see the intoxication of, again, the access to these things.
What would you use your celebrity for?
That's perplexing. I don't know. Like, I would definitely want to help people, and I think for me it would be children. I always look at children being
Okay, Gandhi.
the most
Chill.
vulnerable.
Let's go. We're talking fucking. Let's be as like selfish as possible here.
Oh, what would I? Oh,
You know what I mean? Oh, of course. Real quick.
Yeah.
Every time I think of getting a large sum of money, it is never what am I going to buy first. It's always who am I going to walk up to and hand a bag of $50,000 in cash to and make their fucking day. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
don't
what I
know-
want.
I don't know if I would conduct in that way. And while it's still nice and surprising you're changing people's lives, I'd rather be looking to, I don't know, give a second lease on life for children or kids because we grew up in, not ideal circumstances, and I understand the vulnerability. And what do you do as a kid?
So, okay, back up. 100% stuff like that too, but I'm saying like you're going to take care of family first.
Oh,
I'm talking
yeah.
about your immediate people around you.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it wasn't too clear. Yeah, I would retire mom. Easy.
Yeah, stuff like that.
I'd buy her a home. You would be next, and then dad.
Right.
Kind of in that order. If our younger brothers wanted to go to college, I would present the opportunity to go for them for that. I'd make sure everyone had a home, and so that would 100% be paid off in their name, and then whatever taxes I would take care of in perpetuity.
Yeah.
So they would always have either an asset that they could liquidate or that they could keep in perpetuity.
Right.
So yeah.
So okay. So that's again, that's the good things we would do. What is the most selfish thing you would use your celebrity for? Like say like hooking up a meeting with some other famous person you want to meet, getting tickets to something, some shit like that. You know what I mean?
I guess it depends on the level of wealth, right? So let's not go down that because it's going to be too, far of a range. But let's say it's a pretty hefty sum of money. I'm definitely buying myself a fucking fat ass home. I would love a dope ass home, probably beachside or coastal for sure. Outside of that, like I don't give a fuck about anything because I'm a minimalist. I really just want to travel and eat and drink around the world.
So you would use your ability to travel,
See the world
with
every
no
corner.
financial restrictions.
Exactly. At months at a time. I would be gone months at a time.
So you're getting into top restaurants around the world. I got a video to show you, by the way, about this restaurant. It's supposed to be the best restaurant in the world. I think it's in Chicago.
One of them is at one point, but yeah, like I would stay at resorts for weeks on end.
Yeah.
And when I got bored of that place, I'd go somewhere else.
I think I would travel minimally. There's some places I do want to see, but flying is a problem for me. Obviously, with the fucking sign of the head pain I get.
Yeah, you gotta fix that, bro. Flying's the
I
way
don't
to
know
go.
if there's fixing it, but
Cruises would be fun.
no cruise. No, fuck no, dude. Okay, no cruise.
You're
ever.
going nowhere, dude. You realize that, right?
I've been to Costa Rica.
You're going.
I've been everywhere, man.
Yeah, you're gonna have to fucking get a
I've
Winnebago.
been a lot of places.
Hit up
Nah,
the
but
Grand
I want to
Canyon
like. I
every
would
year.
love to go to Tokyo. I want to go to
Japan would be-
Ireland. I want to go to Australia. There's a lot of places I want to go, but I think more so once I hit those places up and traveled, that's kind of a one and done thing for me. Unless I would want to go live in one of those places. If I learned Japanese, I'd go live in Tokyo in a heartbeat. However, what I would do with all that money, like selfishly, is I would build a fucking compound, dog. I would do as much as I can by myself, but I would subcontract out with different people, keep it all secret. I would fucking.
You're talking Denver Airport.
Oh, I'm talking like the seed thing in fucking Norway or Sweden or whatever, like the seed vault.
Yeah, that'd be pretty fun.
I would just want to build something so fucking cool. Like a fucking Batcave style.
Would you have it like from Blast in the Past?
You know what?
Or
That's
Blast
it.
from the Past?
So,
is it Blast
dude,
from the Past? Blast in the Past?
Blast
in my pants.
Blasted in my face. No, yeah, some stuff. That's obviously retro. That would be a retro thing.
But like the style, like it had the fish tank. I think it had like a.
I think if you're going into an underground area that was like a living like place that I built, I would want it to look like it would, like what was that movie called? Like the center of the earth.
So it's all state of the art and.
I would want it to look like a jungle in there.
Oh, you went what?
No, yeah, like a jungle. I would want it to look like it'd be like an oasis underground though.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So it'd be like this.
Yeah, you don't want to be too sterile. You go crazy.
No, yeah, I would want it to be closed off. But then, so I'd want it to be like circular. So there'd be like this circle, like lake or pond with all this foliage and this like cave structure. And then the cave structure is like the box seats at a stadium. It's like a circular structure that is just has the different rooms. And then every room has an opening that comes out into the middle atrium or whatever you would call that. You know what I mean?
That's a proper,
And then the orangutans, they would have blades. The chimpanzees would have slingshots, right? And I would make them fucking fight. And then, but they would fight in the trees above the water and shit. And then I would put fucking freshwater sharks in the water. So if any of them lose and fight and lose their grip and fall into the water, they get eaten.
This is a shit show.
And then we order the kids.
What do you mean we order where?
We order
From
the
Amazon?
kids meals. Kids meals. Kids meals.
From where?
The kids meals.
What?
What?
I'm so confused.
So thank you for joining us on this episode this week. We're gonna go ahead and end it. And Zach, do you have any socials you want to put out there? Your social security?
Yeah, it's 176428893.
That is somebody's social security
Probably
number too.
is.
Yeah.
It probably
Like, what the fuck?
You can reach me at nowhere. Absolutely nowhere, because I don't want to hear from anybody.
Great. All right. You guys can catch all episodes of the Baker Bros Show, as well as our other podcast, Measure of Sound, on our YouTube channel, Baker Bros Studios. Check out our IG at Baker Bros Show. And also check out our other podcast at Measure of Sound on IG. We will be getting some Twitters set up as well, some Twitters. Look out for Baker Bros Show every Friday, Measure of Sound every Monday, dropping at midnight. And thank you for joining us.
Deuce.